because right now we have a very limited amount of sticks. So he will need to buy some because we have 17 people right now, I think, on the team. So please.
Okay, so there will not be a Key Club meeting today. There will be one next C-Day, but no Key Club meeting today. However, the thrift store has been going so well that we are extending it for an extra day. So if you didn't have time to buy anything the past 2 days, then there will be set up today during lunch in the Commons. We also do IOUs. If you have done an IOU, today would be a great time to bring the money if you haven't. Awesome, thank you.
There will be a project light meeting today in the Latin room at lunch.
And then on Tuesday after school in room 4 will be the first boys volleyball meeting. So yeah, there are, I believe, 8 people that signed up all before, but I'm pretty sure there's more people that are interested in playing, so if you're interested, please go there. The coach will be there, and we'll just talk about our plans for practices since we have to work around the play and science.
So let me put you into a predicament, okay? So picture this. It's the day before Valentine's Day. This shouldn't be that hard to picture considering that was only yesterday. Alright, so somebody, maybe it's your friend, maybe it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, asks, or tells you rather, "Oh, I got a gift for you. Have you gotten one for me yet?" And naturally, you haven't. You haven't put any thought into it. Because you've been too busy studying, or that's what you tell your parents. In reality, you've been watching YouTube. But, obviously you can't tell the other person that. So instead, you tell them, "Ah, yes, of course I have." So, maybe this thought has plagued you for like 20 to 30 seconds before you completely lost all guilt. But, if you want to talk about morality, and the morality of lying, or possibly bigger lies than that, Philosophy Club is today. It's C-Day. So if that interests you, if you want to talk about lying and whether it's okay or not, or under what circumstances it's okay, be there.
Valentine's Day to everyone. I wanted to say thank you for everyone who bought Candy Grams. The juniors will be passing them out sometime today. And then a reminder for the juniors, there's a pizza party in the Commons.
As the gun went off, I pushed off the ground and I was in flight. It was a hot, sunny Saturday morning. One of those days where the sun is melting your body and all you want to do is just hide away under a rock. The center of post-sectionals had just begun. As I sprinted the first 100 meters of a 1600, all the nervous energy built up inside of me exited my body, as if evaporated by the sun. The race was on, and I found myself at the front of the pack, leading the race in lane 1. All the attention was on me. The first lap of the 4-lap race passed by in 63 seconds, and I was leading the race, confident as I took each and every one of my strides. The second lap went by, this time in 65 seconds, but I was still leading the race. The third lap, 72 seconds. This time, that confident energy I had felt before vanished, and my form began to crumble. Footsteps behind me began to get louder and louder as one of the racers passed me. I tried to speed up, but it was as if I was running through sand. My legs began to feel heavy, and all I wanted at that moment was for the race to be over. The fourth lap. As each racer slipped past me, I could feel the seconds slipping away. My confidence had left me, and I finished the last lap in 74 miserable seconds. I found myself 16th place overall, with a final time of 4 minutes and 34 seconds, and felt as if all those hard training workouts had led up to nothing. One of the biggest goals in my life is to run a sub 4 minute 1600, which is about a little faster than 60 seconds per lap. And every race I try to get a step closer to that goal. Just a quick fact, only 10 high schoolers in the United States have run under 4 minutes in the 1600, with Alan Webb holding the US high school record of 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Goals are what run my life. Goals are what keep me awake at night, and what slowly eat at me whenever I don't perform well. This feeling of not being satisfied is what I felt after my CCS race. That day, I replayed the race over and over in my mind, wondering if I could have done something differently. I had failed. My goal now looked farther away from me than ever. Getting faster at any distance is like pushing on a spring. At first, it's easy to compress that spring, but after a while, it takes loads and loads of pressure and effort to make even the slightest spaces between the springs go away. When you first start running, it's easier to get faster, but after a while, you reach a barrier that can only be passed using your mind, take even the slightest of seconds off your time. The day after the CCS race, I realized I didn't want to give up. My eagerness to compress that spring even more and my passion for running was stronger than ever. Starting that day, I began to train harder than I'd ever trained before. Every day after school, I'd be up on that dirt track, hammering out 65 and 64 second 400 meter repeats. Then, I'd get off to a grueling but worthwhile 2 hours of practice. My diet consisted of protein, fruits, vegetables, no added sugars, and of course, pasta. But one of the biggest factors to my training was that I went to sleep at 9:30 p.m. every night. I began to move my legs faster than they had ever moved before, so much that I would have some constant ache or pain the next day. I began to acquire a strange yearning for speed. Speed is not just something you're born with, it's something you acquire through hours and hours of intense practice. As spring turned into summer, an intense desire to compete again filled me with excitement and kept me up at night. I was able to renew my confidence by setting a new personal best of 4 minutes and 21 seconds at the Junior Olympics. I was then filled with an indescribable happiness that all my hard work had eventually paid off. After that race, 4:21 was the peak of my training, but very quickly, it just became the new baseline for my next goal. It became just another point from where I once again began compressing at that spring. So, why do I enjoy pushing my limits? Why do I find pleasure from running around in circles as hard as I can every single day? Well, it's because it's fun to see just how hard I can compress that spring without breaking it. Thank you.
This Tuesday we will start spring sports. Girls lacrosse and track will be across the street in the upper fields. Boys lacrosse will be across the street in the upper fields. Golf will meet at the top of the ramp to get picked up by Coach Mundell, and they'll take you up to the course at Laguna. Swimming will report to the vans. Tennis will report to the vans. Volleyball has a meeting, so we're all good to go.
The college trip to Southern California is going very well. We have almost 40 people signed up to attend. And I collected the deposits, and I learned from the company that they do want the bottom portion of this form with those deposit checks. So some of you have turned them in, great. Some of you have not. I'll be available in the Commons after break for you to pick up the form in case you don't have it anymore. And if I could get those forms back on Tuesday after the 3-day weekend, that'd be terrific. Thank you so much.
So number one, I've been reading this amazing book by a guy who was a Navy SEAL by the name of David Goggins. The book is called Can't Hurt Me. And one of the quotes that I think about when I'm listening to Michael's speech is he says, you know, there's motivation is a great thing, but motivation lasts us for 3 heartbeats. And after that, it's all about discipline. And I think you are just a model of both the motivation and the discipline and the just never giving up. And, you know, I think for many of us on campus, you're a personal hero. So thank you for sharing. There's a lot of joy in what you do and what each of us, you know, brings a lot of joy to our passion. And then there's sticking with it when it gets hard, which is really a hard thing to do. And that's what discipline's all about. But I actually wanted to come up here to say that 1 week from today is the preview of Page to Stage. And I want to tell you that this is the most fabulous ensemble of people that I have worked with in such a long time. These guys are working so hard. They are so great. You are going to see things from people that you maybe haven't seen before. You didn't realize, oh my goodness, I didn't know all these people were actors. Yeah, they are, and they're fabulous. So a week from today, we have our preview, and that will start at 6:30 for those of you who want to come and also get home and get to sleep at 9:30. And here's my homework. And then we'll play Friday and Saturday at 7:30, and the following Friday and Saturday at 7:30. Tickets are available online. You can find the link, I think, on Haiku, and certainly through the Falcon from this morning. So definitely plan to come. I think you will be really interested. And to give you a sense of what the shows are about in this particular play, Page to Stage, which is brand new, we've put this all together ourselves. Not one of those, you know, it's been done a million times. This is the world premiere of this show. So to give you a sense of what's happening, we've been asked and invited to use PATH next Tuesday to give you a sense of some of the themes and topics, and to have a chance to talk about some of those themes and topics among ourselves. So we will meet here next Tuesday for PATH and have a chance to talk about some really kind of compelling and interesting things that you'll hear about more then. Please come. You will not be disappointed. Happy birthday, Miss Keys.
All right, so in celebration of Valentine's Day, we have a lollipop for all of you guys. So when you get out there, if you get out there before we do, just wait around for a second so we can pass those out.
Yeah, and okay, so everyone who is not playing a team sport this spring, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because boys lacrosse, but anyways, anyone who's not, stay here. If you are playing a team sport, go out there and wait. You can get your candy. We're doing other stuff with people who are doing health and fitness this spring right now. So separate yourself.